back to the previous week. Boop, boop.
I forgot about this song. I
So
mean, I
that
need like another Cozy Tapes album, but I
so
don't
that
think
I
we're
can
gonna get another Cozy Tapes.
order.
We need volume three. But oh yeah, we here. What's up with y'all, man?
Oh, we hit. Oh, let me tip my hat to y'all. We live. We
Yeah,
live. We
we
live.
live.
You know what
We
it is.
live.
It's the Fly Sippers.
Yeah. What you sip? What? I'm Austin.
I'm about to say you skipping steps.
Skipping
You
all the
skipping
steps,
steps,
man.
man. But yeah, it's your boy
Yep.
Mike, man.
Yep.
But what I'm sipping on, man, you know who the resident daggone neighbor is, man. Gotta take a shot for Denver winning by 32. We'll touch on that in a second.
Damn, I did not see that coming. I should have, but I didn't.
We did
Um,
both. We did, I believe. Let me look over here. We did both pick Denver, but I don't know about winning by 32. What I'm actually sipping on, let me get in the shot. Let me get my hand back here so we get in the shot. Oh, snap. I'm sipping on outer space. Look at this. Look at this. Let's see if it
out
actually.
of space.
Lord, the liquid ain't showing up, but the label is. Anyway, Bold Rock, we got a mimosa cider here. It's a seasonal one. That's what made me decide to pick it up. It's for those that like mimosas. That is actually a semi-dry one. Um, the sweet comes through a little bit on the end. It is very much when they say semi-dry, it's semi-dry. It's a little bit closer to dry, but very tolerable. Uh, but they actually make it with a mix of apple juice, pear juice, and orange juice, as well as other flavors and such. Uh, Very refreshing, and like I said, since it was labeled as seasonal, go ahead pick it up. Let's go ahead and knock it out the park. I don't talk too much about what I'm sipping on. What you over there sipping on, my boy?
I got Terramana Anejo. I forgot I had this. I got this for homecoming. I put it in the back of my cabinet. I was like,
Another
huh,
Terramana.
what is back there? Yeah,
Hmm.
apparently this joint did not get opened up like that. There's almost a full joint in here, yo. Oh, you can't really see it because
One of
they ain't
those.
pay us. We don't see it because they ain't pay us. So yeah. But yeah, I was like, I got a full joint. How much have I gotten here? I got like three bottles of tequila. What you call 'em?
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I got that little bit of ginger beer. You know, I'm Shan.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta do a little buzz, you know what I'm saying? I feel, But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, man.
Let's get started. So, um, first things first, man, UFC 309 came and went, came in, gets out of here. Uh, so it was solid fights.
Mm.
I forgot somebody got their face like leaked open, yo. Like I was like, fam, his eye not supposed to
Not
look like
leaked
that.
open.
Like he was like on the ground, and the guy on top, so the guy on top, whatever, came down with an elbow right here.
Yeah.
All this cut all the way open. I was like, dog, where's his eye? I hope his eye's not, yo. And they try to like fix it, yo. And this is the
Nah.
first round. Like the little fight commission dude
He,
came over. He said, "Come here, stop this shit." He said, "We
he
done,
ain't
we
he
done."
ain't got he ain't got eyes no
Done.
more. He got
And then the
J.
guys, so like the guy who got busted open was like, "Man, what you mean? Man, I can still see as blood is dripping down." I said, "Fam, I know you want to keep going because you tough. Sit your ass down." No,
You don't
my
have
man,
eyes anymore. It's
my
J.
man was
You
he,
have J now.
he was like not he so he was getting hands. I think it was a heavyweight fight too. My man was on the ground. He came down. Wow. My man was on the ground, got his head dribbled off the ground. All this, yo.
Not
All this gone. I said, yo, that's nuts. So yeah.
not dribbled off the ground.
Yes.
Ooh-wee. Make you want to call your mama in the morning, boy. I tried to
Watch I told you, boy. You finally got the John Jones fight.
the foghorn leghorn. I'm saying, I say.
Um, but yeah, man, it was a interesting fight.
Mm.
It was even for about the first 10 seconds. And then it was just rah 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 rah. Like, oh, what? Mm,
Yo,
mm.
so I was expecting you to say a regular amount of time.
No.
You said 10 seconds. I was expecting you to say like 10 minutes, like they went a couple rounds, and then
Mm-mm.
he said 10 seconds.
Mm-mm.
Wow. I
Mm-mm.
got to sip on that one.
Man, I was like, yo, this is a one-sided fight. And this is his second heavyweight fight ever.
Mm. I'd
Yeah.
also like to know how much weight class makes a difference in any kind of martial arts based sport. That lets you know how much weight class makes a difference because, like, light heavyweights or even lightweights and such, or even featherweight, like that joint's going for a while because you got to think there's not a whole lot of weight or power coming behind that as opposed to heavyweight.
But think
Like,
about it. John Jones moved up from light heavyweight to heavyweight
mhm.
and is just laying people out. Now, I do want to see him fight the interim champion. Hopefully that'll be next. But yeah, it was yeah, ain't nothing to see here. This is a good old fashioned ass whooping.
Speaking of something else, ain't nothing to see here. The Jake Paul and Tyson. Since we're talking about
I mean,
fighting,
you know what? That was exactly what I thought it would be. I wish Mike Tyson would knock him out. But I think we said it before, like, if the fight goes on more than a round or two, Jake Paul's gonna win.
correct?
Because so I was
Because
talking
of
with
the
someone
age.
he's about this, check this out. So which one sounds worse? Right? Because these are both true statements. Jake Paul fought a 50 a mid 50-year-old or like a 58-year-old, or Jake Paul fought somebody who was damn near 60. Which one sounds worse?
Bacon. That's your answer.
Both of them are true.
Like, and to add on to statements that are true, yes, Tyson did show some signs of that mentality was still there of him being a professional boxer. Like you said, he's almost 60.
Yes.
So low key, Jake Paul was in a lose-lose situation because since he won, we can both say, man, Mike Tyson almost 60. But what if he lost? If he lost, everyone can be like, that's Mike Tyson, though. He was
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
lose.
No. I think anybody else that's 60 wouldn't have done as good as Mike Tyson because he
Yeah.
was catching him a couple times.
Mm.
And also too, there was a reason why this fight was on Friday night because there's all your big fights are on Saturday.
Mm. I
You
actually
know,
didn't catch that. I actually didn't catch that.
hmm
That's a good
there's
point.
nothing else going on Friday night. There's no college football. There's no UFC. And basketball. Basketball's still there, but it's not where it's going to be in February and January.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing going on Friday night.
Hmm.
And we haven't got to the point yet where we're seeing NFL games on Saturday or Friday or holidays. It's not a holiday where everybody's sitting around watching something else. It was the perfect time to do it because
Here you
nothing
go.
else going
Don't
on.
remind me of next week because from Raiders, Raiders Chiefs next Friday.
Next Friday?
I don't even know if I'm watching that.
Is it during the day?
Yes, I believe. I think it's
Yes. I can do
three.
something during the day while I'm working.
believe it's at 3 or something like that.
Oh, that's perfect.
3 Eastern. But
Hmm.
yeah, dang, that's a good point.
There's nothing on. So like, and then also too, people say it's free. You already paid for it because it's Netflix.
Yeah.
At the same time, would you have paid money for it? No. If you think about it, look at all of Jake Paul's fights. He's been
Mhm.
Jake Paul kind of went away for a little bit because he's running out of people to fight that aren't actual boxers.
Yeah. Hmm.
Sooner or later, he's gonna have to either quit this or actually box people. And if he starts boxing real people, he's gonna get really knocked out.
Jake Paul turned into Jake Nall.
Jake Jake Knapp.
Jake, no, none.
No, whew, man, damn, none. So yeah, man. But that's enough for UFC and fighting.
Grab my notepad. NBA time?
Oh, it's gotta be, yo.
Amen. 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 First off, how bad, how bad are the Toronto Raptors and the Washington Wizards?
Not as bad as the Jazz.
You sure?
Yes, because the Jazz have players and they look like they don't want to do this.
The Jazz have more wins.
They don't look like it. It don't look
Might have been scheduled, something to the schedule. They just randomly eked out an extra win. Uh, so I'll throw the Jazz in there. How bad are they that the 76ers, I'll throw them in there. The 76ers without any of their stars, essentially.
They didn't have Paul George at all either. Mm.
Paul George. Wait a minute. Uh,
Like out of the three, Maxey, George, and Embiid.
like it's one of those situations where it's like I don't think he could do that on his own.
No, 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 no.
Um,
No, I don't think he could have. You know what? I think we saw that last superhero Paul George when he was with the Pacers.
yeah, I'm about to say that was years
Like when he was
ago.
with the Pacers,
Paul
he was
George is too
going.
old to be a superhero.
Well, also too, yeah, that damn leg snap, man.
Not the snap.
That thing was whack, yo.
Crab legs. Um, how bad are they that I'll put it like this. The 76ers, where I was going with this point, the 76ers have the same record as the Washington Wizards.
Yeah, like they're 2-11, right?
But we understand the struggle for the 76ers. What what is the excuse for the Wizards? The Raptors are
Oh,
also down there
I
as
can
well
tell
as
you.
the Jazz are down there.
I can tell you. Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, I don't think there's. Oh, okay, the excuse for the Wizards is one, a super young team that is unorganized, and they got the number one pick in the wrong year. But
Okay, fair.
I think somebody's more disappointing than that. The Milwaukee Bucks are number 12.
Yeah, I'm about to say the Milwaukee Bucks are down there, but I know the Bucks have more wins than the teams that I called out.
They have two more wins than the Raptors. And I'm thinking, yeah, I know they got injuries, but y'all still got Giannis.
Mhm.
The Hornets are 5-9, which they are a very competitive 5-9 with no big men.
I was about to say the point differential for the Hornets 5-9 tells you that 5-9 means that the Hornets will fight. They will fight to the buzzer.
Oh yeah, yep. With no big men.
They will fight to the
No,
buzzer.
Grant, I like that you did
Bad
that.
joke incoming.
Yo, check this out. Grant Williams is the starting center right now. You know how tall he is?
6'8", I think
He's
maybe.
6'6".
Look, I gave him 2 extra inches.
He's 6'6", yo.
Pause. No diddy.
He's 6'6", man.
He's the starting center.
Yes. Because the two seven
This is
footers can't
worse
stay
than
healthy.
what was that year? '03. This is worse than the '03-'04 Pistons that had Ben Wallace at starting center at 6'9".
Yeah, that was a big 6'9",
Matched
though.
up against Shaquille O'Neal.
Dog, yo, he was a mean 6'9", yo. He was, yo, he looked like Detroit. Oh man had to leave and go back to them factories to put together these fours,
Said he
yo.
looked like Detroit. He looked like as soon as he take his headband off, he got called the cops on him.
Yeah. He he played with a pick too.
Oh yeah, he did. Isn't even wasn't that a customizable thing for the NBA 2Ks during that era? Wasn't that a thing that you could play with a pick in your hair?
I think you could.
Ben Wallace, man. Shout out to Ben Wallace, man.
Yo, here's the thing, dog. Why are we six in the league? Six in the league, the Hornets in rebounding
And your
per
center is
game.
6'6".
Bro, we be fighting, yo. We be fighting. We be fighting.
Yo, y'all Hornets be out there. They ain't even playing basketball no more. They're playing death row with basketball rules.
Yo, yo.
Why
Yeah.
I just think about the Black Dragons and death row. No good.
Man, I that was such a great game. I can talk about that game all day.
All day. All day.
Oh, then
Outside of that, the next NBA news I had. Hey man, please tell me you saw a game last night.
which one?
The Celtics and Cavaliers game last
Yes,
night.
yep. I did. Real talk. Celtics aren't going to the championship.
I would agree
Um,
with you.
One, they shoot a lot of threes and they be hitting them.
But
But
what
there
happens when you don't hit them?
shouldn't be a reason why the Cavs came all the way back and they played bad.
America, if y'all did not see the game,
They were just they
the
didn't even look like they
Celtics,
were trying to set and shoot. They were just letting them go.
America, if you didn't see the game, the Celtics hit 16 3-pointers in the first half. And they were up 17. Yeah, they were up 17. And in the third quarter, they got up by as much as 21. And in the same third quarter, they blew that lead, and the score was almost tied. Because, as me and your boy Austin would say,
Yep.
the Celtics play dumb.
Play stupid, yo. Like, okay, here's how ridiculous the game was. You know when usually somebody I was looking for this too. My bad. I got distracted my wallet right here. I was like, damn, what the hell my wallet at? Because I don't leave the house. Um, it was crazy because you know when somebody comes down to court now in this day and age and they're a shooter, fast break three. Al Horford did that. Didn't even set his feet. He just let it go. I said, come
Mhm.
on now, sit, come on. Yeah, what we doing?
Right.
Is anybody out here just launching them? Oh, and also, like this isn't new. I have a I have a most disliked player because people say I shouldn't say hate, but hate is up there. Most disliked player is Karl Anthony Towns, hands down.
I was legit about to say his name. But since we were talking about
Number
that game, I was like, wait a minute. I was
number
like,
two, Bruce Pritchard. I think it's Bruce Pritchard, right? I don't know. Whatever. Pritchard, number 11 for the Celtics. Dog, I want to. He's got a punchable face. I don't know
yeah,
him
but he's such a
personally.
workhorse, though. And
I
he's
don't
so
give a.
fast.
I don't. Hey, he can work. Anyway, look. Look, I don't know him personally. He's probably a cool dude. You can probably grab a drink. But on the basketball court, can't stand him. Can't stand his attitude. Gosh,
He's your workhorse player.
I don't give a fuck what he get that. Nah, he's like annoying, yo. Like he's like Patrick Beverly, except for Patrick Beverly is not gonna back down. I feel like Pritchard is like the your 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 scaredy cat heels in wrestling. Whereas like how like Jericho was, where he'll say something and then he'll hide behind somebody and hide
Yeah.
behind the rules. I'm
Mhm.
like just watch him. Like yes, he can shoot threes and like he just has a lot of weird like. If you didn't look like that, people are gonna call you Patrick Beverly. You're just annoying.
Mhm.
So yeah, but Karl Anthony Towns far. It's not even close between one and two. Not even close. But if there's a
I'm
number
going to
two,
have to agree with you on the Carl Anthony Towns though.
like it's not even close, yo.
Get your big behind in the paint.
Like he's averaging a lot of points, but I'm like, wait till y'all play the Cavs. Oh my gosh, the Cavs playing right now. 69-55. They are they are like, we ain't doing this again. We ain't doing this. Oh man.
Which
God
also
damn it.
shout out to the Cavs for tying their franchise best start.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'll sip on that.
Without LeBron.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah, but Spider though. Not to mention, so here's what I wanted to point out about that game. Then we can move on. Did you see Daniel Garland's shooting percentage?
Nah, 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 nah. I miss some of the stuff.
Garland at one point was shooting 1 for 14. And again, the Celtics were up by 21. This is with in the era of Garland shooting 1 for 14. The Celtics were up by 21 and the Cavaliers came back to make it a 2 point game with Garland shooting 1 for 14. So imagine if he hit at least half of those shots.
Mm.
This is why I will always agree with you that the Celtics might go down in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Will they make the playoffs? Absolutely,
Yes,
because
absolutely. They're gonna get.
The East is. If playoffs started, do you know? Did you know if the playoffs started today, the East would have 5 teams below 500 make the playoffs? If the playoffs started today, the
Ooh.
Dallas Mavericks at 500 would miss the playoffs.
Yo, somebody try to put somebody on a poster in the Memphis game. You gotta self block. I'm on bad. That's a replay. Um, yeah. Yo,
That's
speaking.
America, that lets you know the power shift in the NBA between East and West. Again,
Yes, but
if the playoffs started today in the East, there would be 5 teams below 500 that make the playoffs. But if the playoffs started today as well for the West, the Dallas Mavericks at 500 would miss the playoff, including the play-in. I'm including the play-in in that. The Dallas Mavericks would be the 11th seed at 500.
makes me think about this though. Who's hurt? 'Cause I know the Nuggets are having injuries. Um,
Obviously, the Sixers are too.
Sixers, yeah. I think the Sixers stuff is gonna linger though, because they said Embiid and Paul George will not play back to back. John Morant's hurt with a shoulder injury.
Oh yeah, Grizzlies.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hold up. I know De'Aaron Fox ain't averaging no 40 points a game. Dog, that's crazy.
I know you ain't say that. I know you didn't say that.
Yeah, so he's averaging 40 points a game this week or last week or something.
He's averaging how much?
40.5. Let me double check. Let me stack. I saw this up. Let me hold up. Hold
How
up.
many
Hold up.
games he
Hold
played?
up. Um
I've already taken a sip on it, but how many games did he play? For
uh
averaging 40?
nah, hold up, wait. You know what? Okay. All right. All right. Let me slow it down. Let me slow it down. His last three games, 60, 49, 28. So for the week, yeah, 40.5. Yo. Yo, he don't like people no more, yo. Gosh. And then okay, so for the last five games, right? 24, 29, 60, 49, 28. This is insane. 3-point percentage, right? Going up from the last five games. I'm going from uh oldest to most recent. 40%, 50%, 60%, 75%, 50%.
From three.
From three, dog. Yo. Okay. All right. Yep. His last 10 games, he's averaging 31 and a half. Five rebounds, five assists. 34.9% from the line. I mean,
Wait,
from the 3 point. 50 from the field.
so he
Yeah.
actually is averaging 40 something.
Yeah. Hey, yo, drug testers, dude, man. Drug testing. Nah. Nah.
PEDs.
Nah. Doing too well. Nope.
PEDs. Don't go, you
Here
nasty.
go you nasty.
Nah, he's
No, no, who's
averaging
shooting
40.
you?
He's averaging 40. Yeah, drug testing. Drug testing. And yes, I had to hold it out that long. I even get you a little Macho Man flair. Drug testing, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Got to do it with the pinky up too. Drug testing. Yeah.
my man, yeah. His promos were ridiculous. But
Still, one of my favorite is your mustache is crooked.
oh
It's a
yeah.
tie between that and no more questions, and he take off running.
Elizabeth go left, I go right, and they just take off. I think there's another one. When he rises to the top and he has a little
Oh,
creamer.
you see, yeah, I'm about to say the cream rises to the top. You see, there's a company that actually makes ugly Christmas sweaters, and he actually made one
Yeah,
with that.
I've seen that. I've seen
The
that. I've seen
cream.
t-shirts.
Can't make it up, man.
Yeah. But it's time for the
Ba, ba, ba,
NFL.
ba, 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 ba,
Concussions
ba,
all
ba,
loaded.
ba.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, I'm about
dun,
to say
dun.
let's
Yo,
not
speaking
get the notes right. Let's try to get demonetized.
speaking of concussions, yo, and hits, fam. You know what? I'll get to it when I get to it. Let's start back at week 11. Recap. Eagles against the Washington Commandos.
Man, it's a shame that Jaden Daniels' hand got cut open. Um, it was a damper on a lot of his throws, and it ended up it ended up making the game a lot less watchable than what it should have been, if that makes sense. Um, because I feel like that game should have been like two very good heavyweight boxers going blow for blow, and then Jaden Daniels gets his throwing hand cut, and now he can't make his throws the normal way that he can. It's just like
Makes me think, do I want to start him next week? But we'll get to that.
the kind of cut that it was. He would still probably start next week. He should be fine. But as far as the cut happening in that game, it's like that's pretty much the beginning of the end. Um, the Commanders still sort of had a running game going in that game, but like once the Eagles kind of got their thing going and they got up big, let alone Saquon doing Saquon stuff,
Yeah, the Saquon being Saquon.
it was over because you didn't have an efficient way to get downfield because your quarterback has a cut on his throwing hand. So that was my thoughts on that game. Like if Jaden Daniels doesn't get a cut on his throwing hand and a cut where the cut happened, uh, I feel like the game is more competitive. The outcome, sure, the outcome still goes either way. But when the cut happened on his hand, I think it was over. It was over.
Okay. The next one. Packers against the Bears. I mean, look, somebody had to play these games. Uh, Bears haven't. I think the Bears beat the Packers 15 times since like 92 or something.
Is that the stat?
I
I thought it was
think
the other
so.
way.
But the Bears beat the Packers 15 times. Oh,
Oh, you said I thought you said since '92.
no. Yeah. Uh,
In the '90s, it was swinging the Bears' way, but like basically since then, it's been the Packers' way,
uh, uh,
I believe.
the Packers have a record of 50 to 15 versus the Bears since 92.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that block field goal, I was like,
I,
that's just
as
life,
a
yo.
Broncos fan, will tip my hat to Bears fans. I'm glad we can share the same sentiment of we aren't the only ones with a block field goal to end the game. But also good comeback by the Bears. But I will again share my sentiment.
Next one, we got the Jags against the Lions. Hey man, so there's
Nothing
nothing
to
really to
hear.
see here. But
Nothing to hear.
somebody
Why
said
they have
this.
to drop a 50 banger though?
But
Why they have
somebody
to
said
drop a
this,
50
yo.
piece McNugget?
I think Dan Campbell is taking out his frustration from him not, you know, kicking the field goal to go to the Super Bowl on everybody. Because didn't he put up another 50 piece against the Titans, whatever?
Woo! Woo boy, these Lions, but
You know what's crazy about this?
correct.
If the Chiefs were doing this, people would hate them.
Mhm. Now, if the Chiefs were doing this, it would cause a schism in society. There would be a butt ton, a three-way schism.
Ooh,
There would
ginger beer
be
boy.
a butt ton of people that love them, obviously the Chiefs fans, and then the handful of just like, oh, look at the Chiefs. Nah, they dropping 50 bangers.
Oh, that'd
There
be
will
me, Patrick Mahomes
be
fan.
there will be the handful of people that hate the Chiefs for being able to do this and blah 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 so often, especially considering that they are two-time back-to-back Super Bowl champions. And then there will be the Swifties that love everything that's happening because Taylor Swift's going to be involved because of one of the players dating Taylor Swift. So I'm glad it's happening with the Lions. Real talk,
Yo,
this is the best Detroit Lions team I've seen in my lifetime.
I think it's the best Detroit Lions team anybody has seen in any lifetime.
I don't know
'Cause even
about
when they
any.
had like Megatron and Barry Sanders, they weren't winning like this.
I don't know about any. I don't know about any lifetime because you gotta think that there were NFL championships before the Super Bowl was a thing, and the Lions back then were very good.
But
But
they dropping 50.
here you go, rule differences and such, and passing was not really a thing back then. So no, but
Right. But here's the thing.
if if
So
thing if things were if things now were the same back then, eh, the 1950s and 1960s Lions might have been dropping 60, let alone 50.
here's my thing about that though. The the Lions are running the ball extremely well with two different running backs,
Hmm.
which makes me think this team can play in any era because from I guess the NFL analysts that were offensive linemen, they're like, yo, they're just beating people up.
Hmm.
Like that's like they're just like there should be no reason why David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs are busting out 30, 40, 50-yard runs at E. They are just they're
Game,
beating defensive linemen up, yo.
game by game,
They just
one
just
of the
just
two.
beating them up, yo. Sometimes both. Like David Montgomery had two touchdowns and Jahmyr Gibbs ran for a 50-yard touchdown.
Hmm.
Also, you got Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams, and Amon-Ra St. Brown just running free. Nah, man. Didn't Jared Goff have three touchdowns and like 80 something yards? Let me come on now. Like for what? Oh, my bad. Jared Goff's the quarterback. Y'all remember
Yeah,
him, right? Jared Goff.
yeah.
Not
Y'all
elite.
remember him out here looking like Ryan Gosling? Y'all remember him?
Far from elite. He just out here
He
just
said,
bing,
my
bing,
man
bing,
said
bing, bing.
80 yards, three touchdowns.
Yo, he had like
But
a
that dude,
perfect.
that does be his stat line though. That is his stat line. He said Jared Goff's the quarterback.
Jared Goff's the quarterback, yo.
Before we move on, how many more wins do you think the Jaguars get? Considering that we're about to enter week 12.
I don't know, man.
I only ask for the sake of my wife.
Hey, man.
Who decided to pick Jaguars of all teams, but that might be something I'm gonna have to research and then just break the news to her. But the Jaguars making the playoffs. Yeah, next one, next one, next one.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking hard. They might not win nothing. Cause here's the thing: is Trevor Lawrence really that hurt? Or they're like, you know what? Sit down. We tanking. We
Sit
can't really get
down,
rid of you. Sit down.
Biombo.
Sit down. Matt Jones. Anyway, um,
No, they
Dolphins
might as well
and
just play.
Raiders.
They might as well just play C.J. Beathard. Dolphins Raiders.
Yep.
Uh,
That was you know what? On a lesser scale,
I
Bowers
don't
did
have
well, but
I don't have much on Dolphins Raiders.
no, I don't need either. They look about the same. Rams against the Patriots. I think I picked the Patriots. Or did I pick the Rams?
You did not.
Okay, I picked the Rams. Okay. Ooh, that was
Both of us
surprisingly close.
both of us picked the Rams and we won that pick.
That was surprisingly close.
Uh, Heartbreaker for the Patriots fans. Uh, Good comeback effort. Great comeback effort. Drake May showing that he has some leadership skills. But eh, heartbreak. Drake May tried to make a play that wasn't there. Rams picked the ball off, and then they can just run the clock. Uh, but overall, great comeback effort and great leadership by Drake May.
Rookie doing rookie things, man. Could be all right next year.
Mm-hmm.
Next one we got the Browns against the Saints.
And man, if anybody had to play against
Jerry Judy.
No, if anybody had to play against Taysom Hill in
Oh
fantasy
my
football,
gosh, yeah.
RIP, because I believe he dropped like a 35-point game because of his performance, and some of it was like him actually running the ball or receiving it for a touchdown. And look, his Swiss Army knife performance, I believe, got him like at least 32, and depending on what league and what rules you have, it got him like 35. No, RIP. Um, Surprise pick from your boy for picking the Saints. I got that correct.
Yeah, I picked the
Um,
Browns.
yeah, man. Congrats, man. Congrats to both of y'all.
Yo, Ravens against the Steelers. Um, good
Where were
old
the
fashioned,
touchdowns?
a good old fashioned AFC North game. But yeah,
I'm actually just glad it did not end in a clock game. America, if y'all don't know what a clock game is, an NFL clock game is a game that ends in a score to where if you say the score in a way, it sounds like you told someone what time it is. Essentially, if one of the teams scores 12 or less points, that is a clock game. And for the longest time, the Ravens and Steelers game Sunday was a clock game. The Steelers did
come
not
on,
score
man.
a single
My
touchdown.
bad.
And also RIP if you had to play against Chris Boswell in fantasy football, because I believe he had 4 field goals that were 45 yards or longer. So that's a lot of points. A lot of points. I believe in our league, or no, Brady's league. Sorry, I had Boswell in Brady's league. But anyway, shout out to Brady. Shout out to Brady. Um, in Brady's league, I believe Boswell got me like 28, which is unheard of from a kicker.
Yeah, dog. He was knocking everything out, yo.
But luckily, it was not a clock game because for a quite a while, and I blame the Ravens receivers for this. For quite a while, it was a clock game because the Ravens only had 10. So
Yo, unrelated. You know those YNs in college football that be showing the guns.
mhm.
How about Desmond Bain just hit a three over Cody Martin? He put his hand out and pointed at him like this and did that. And I was like, yo, oh my gosh. Come on, go ahead. This
You can't be doing that.
you play for Memphis. You know who else would be shooting real guns? Ja Morant. Y'all team
Yeah.
can't do that, man.
You know who else was caught on camera? On camera with a gun. Mm,
Ja Morant.
mm.
Talking about something, forget fight, man. Let's go to the club and shoot it out. No, man, sit down. Go home. Don't you got practice tomorrow?
What was it? Wasn't it like the Pacers beat them last year, and then
He went straight to the strip club.
no, no, I'm talking about like wasn't it like the Pacers beat them, and then like as the Pacers were trying to get on the bus, there was like red lasers on them
Yes,
on like the
yep.
site. Yeah.
I think his dad was in the passenger seat too, or something. Yeah, it's you know, John Wick, yo. He be out here. Yeah, John Wick, man.
Wow.
He be crazy. But anyway, moving on, good sir. Vikings against the Titans, 23-13. Vikings win that one.
Titans didn't have a chance. There you go.
Yeah. Colts against the Jets. Yeah, man. The Jets fire their GM. Jets lose 28-27. They doing everything but saying Aaron Rodgers is like a problem. You fire your GM that brought in Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Breland and Allen, Brees Hall.
Hmm.
Who else? Um, was it the offense, the defensive tackle? Was it Quentin Johnson? I don't know. Like, yeah, like they did draft Zach Wilson and they did get Aaron Rodgers.
Hmm.
Okay. But the rest of that, I don't think they were solid with Salah. He left, that team got worse. Like it just broke all the way down.
Hmm.
It was one of those things where like, dang man, I don't know if you're doing a good job. All right, I'll leave. Yo, oh hey, yo, can you come back, please? Can you come back? But yeah, it's Aaron Rodgers, dog. Mm, nah.
He's 40, man.
Boy, his attitude is terrible.
I mean, it's like his attitude's already always been terrible, but it's like he's 40. Like he can't keep taking these hits. First off, um, that combined with the attitude, like where's your team? I understand y'all are like, let's try to put this team back together because they were together in the pack with the Packers, and you got Nathaniel Hackett. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. And Jets fans, I'm sorry, but y'all are going to see the brunt of it for probably the next like 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Because you got to pay people, but why would you pay them?
And as far as player on the player side, why would they want to stay there to try to get paid and not win outside of just to get paid?
Why would you pay them?
But yeah. Also, congrats to Anthony Richardson for getting a win after he gets put back on the starting list.
Do you think that's a fluke?
I don't know. It depends on how tired he is. Yes, I went there, America. Yes, I went there. Sorry, Colts fans, but
Mm, mm.
what you got next, man?
Oh, my bad. I was so I was looking like, yep. Me, you know what I got next, man. Broncos against the Falcons, man. I'll let you talk about this one.
Bo Nix. I ain't gonna talk too much about it because I mean the score was bad enough, so I don't want to hurt Falcons fans' feelings. Bo Nix only missed two passes in the first half. I believe had two touchdown passes in the first half as well. Um, actually looking solid. You know what his quarterback rating was at the end of the game?
Mm-mm.
That was 143.
This is like the highest is what, 156 or something?
153.8
153.
is the highest. He had a 143 as his highest. You know what the highest in Broncos history was?
120?
149 by Peyton Manning.
My man was like, oh, yeah, yeah, that must have been his first year.
You know, you know what I'm saying? Well, that was I believe that was the year with Wes Welker. Anyway,
Yeah, yep. His first year
um,
with the Broncos, I think.
hmm
Because yeah, he was out
yeah,
here throwing,
Wes
yeah,
with Wes Welker and Brandon Marshall.
he was out here
Um,
throwing pizzas his last year. Yeah, my man, that motherfucker, he was
not
out there
throwing,
delivering Papa
not the Papa
John's. Yeah,
John's reference.
that ball
Not
was
the
sitting there.
Papa John.
He's like you would hear him, but that ball ain't going nowhere. Yeah, he better retire, dog. It's about to be a wrap. He sat back, 10 yards. I said, what the? Yo, yeah, man, go hang it up,
Um,
bro.
143, all right? 143 for Bo Nix on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know who he surpassed with that quarterback rating?
Elway.
John Elway's best quarterback rating in Broncos history was 139. So he's all in his rookie season has already surpassed John Elway.
Huh.
Good things, my boy. Good things, my boy. Continue growing. Continue growing. Nothing against that. Um, Defensively, lots of good quarterback pressure. Our defense is still looking stout again. Uh, Remind y'all, keep an eye on the Denver defense if y'all play fantasy football, because although Denver lost this game because of a blocked field goal, keep in mind we held the Chiefs to 16 points. Held the Chiefs to 16 points, had 4 sacks in that game, and 7 other tackles for loss in that game. We lost only because of a blocked field goal. So keep your eyes on the defense. Defense was still looking stout against the Falcons as well. Yeah, no complaints. Overall, great performance. We win 38-6, man. So that's another reason I took that shot in the beginning, America.
Mm.
No
Yeah,
shots for you. The
no, I saw
Panthers
that
on
score and
bye.
I said, well, damn. Next
Yeah,
one,
like
next.
we were already up kind of big, and then we started getting turnovers and stuff, and it's just like, oh, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
got, yeah, yeah. I didn't see that coming. But Seahawks against the 49ers. Seahawks win 2017. What do you think about that one?
RIP if y'all had to play Geno Smith in fantasy. Uh, One of those like they eventually just wore the defense down, and then Geno gets that run at the end to kind of secure it. Um, but outside of that, just good old NFC West battling rivalry type game.
Okay. Um, CMC looked like normal.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about them limiting CMC?
As they should. I think we should roll it back a little bit more.
Fair, fair,
Oh
fair.
my gosh. Heads up. Remember how we said that the Cavaliers came out mad?
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes to go in the third. It's 100-69.
On who versus who?
Cavaliers against the Pelicans.
Hey, y'all remember how the Pelicans snuck into the play-in last year? Oh, excuse me. What's the score again?
100-69.
Ooh-wee. Y'all better keep your eyes on these Cleveland Cavaliers now.
Yeah, that is just bullying people, yo. Bullying
I mean,
people.
they're 15-1. What they got to lose?
And there we go, 103-69. Oh man. All right, I'll update y'all later on. Chiefs against the Bills. That was a good bad game for the Chiefs.
Finally, the Chiefs have taken a loss. Anyway, I think this kind of exposes as well the stat line for Patrick Mahomes, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing well this year.
Correct. Or has not been playing to the Patrick Mahomes we are accustomed to, I should say.
Hmm.
Because here and there, he'll make some plays, but it's just like, no, that's some Patrick Mahomes. That's some Patrick Mahomes shit right there.
Yeah, something's off this year with him.
Correct.
And then again, I'm not sure it was one of those things where like, okay, this is the first season where we had our wide receivers in training camp and then they slowly get taken out. Because he was doing well with like Rashid Rice. And then you got Worthy. I mean, I think Worthy is he just knew.
Also, does not help that Pacheco's out.
Pacheco should be back next week.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. I will keep my eye
Hunt did
on
a
it.
good job holding it down.
Ooh, do you run a dual set with Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco?
In fantasy? Or just
Or
like
no,
in
in actual games.
yeah, don't let Mahomes throw that much.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, next game. We got the Bengals against the Chargers. Um, yep, Bengals tear it down.
Let me get back to my post. Do you have any notes on this game before I get to my post?
Um, T. Higgins is going to be gone. Then they're going to pay Jamar Chase, which leaves no money for other people.
Yeah,
So
there
yeah,
it is. I got to my post. Uh, great comeback effort. Great comeback effort by the Bengals. But have you seen the stat line for Joe Burrow?
I know it's ridiculous.
America, I'm gonna throw this out there, and I'm going to quote my exact post. I'm gonna quote my exact post from when the post was made. So let me get this straight. The quarterback that threw for 356 yards and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions in one game. So just keep that together because that was his stat line for Chargers versus Bengals. And on the season has 2,672 yards, 24 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the touchdown to interception ratio. Think about how ridiculous that is. 24 touchdowns and 4 interceptions.
Do you think
Yes,
if
a 6-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Uh, he got to watch his team fall to 4-7.
yeah, so okay, so do you think if they were winning, he'll be in the MVP conversation?
Yes, that stat line is ridiculous. Yes, absolutely yes. He would be up there with Lamar Jackson. I'd have to look at the
Would you put them up
I have to
there?
look at the records between him and Lamar Jackson.
Would
But
you okay, if
absolutely
you
yes
take the
for
record away,
conversation.
considering that most of the stuff is not on the offense,
I would
would
still
he
put him up
you still put
there.
him up? Okay.
I would put him up there, yes, because yes, like you said, it is not on the offense. Joe Burrow is out here doing his job. The Bengals scored what? Like what, 30 or 28?
34, I believe.
Joe Burrow don't play defense.
Nope.
So it's not on him to stop the opposing team from scoring and winning the game. Like 24 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. 20, 24 it was 24 times six. What's 24 times six?
24 times
120,
6.
120 plus 24. So he is responsible for 144 points.
I'm
And
gonna
he,
stop you right there because that's how I do math, and nobody taught us how to do math like that.
huh?
No, like the way you broke that down, I do the same thing, but nobody taught us. We were in the same classes. Nobody taught us how to break it down like that quickly. But it's weird that you do that, I do that. I think Knox does that. We all just like, all right, boom. Let me take this over here, break this down, take that over there, break that down, add those two together like this. But that was never taught in our classes. And now it makes me think, how do people do it now?
Some random what they call common core math. Ain't no it ain't common if we don't know it.
Exactly. That was never taught. Okay, 120 was it? Yeah, you said 24 times 6 or something? Oh, wait, what you
20,
say?
yeah, 24 touchdowns. So 24 times six. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would
Yep.
be 120 plus 4 times 6 is what, 24?
Yep.
So yeah, it'd be 144.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
responsible for 144 points.
Exactly. But people, okay, 6 times 24, you carried, okay, that's 4 times 6, and then 2 times 6, and that's no, you like just take it here and take it there. And anyway, yeah.
He is responsible for 144 points, and yet has only given his opposition an extra possession 4 times. The whole season. We're about to enter week 12. and he's only given the opposition his opposition extra possession 4 times. His team is 4-7. What? Hey, what's the
Yeah.
record for the Chiefs?
The Chiefs, I think, is 9-1.
Hmm. You see Patrick Mahomes' stat line?
Oh, it's terrible. But you know what's crazy? The defense is doing well.
Not that well.
Well enough. But for this one here, I don't know if you want to talk about this one or not, but Cowboys and Texans.
Ain't nothing to see here.
All right, there we go.
Ain't nothing to see here. There was something to see here until there was nothing to see here. Cooper Rush, Mr. Lucky Charms himself. I'm sorry if y'all don't get the reference. Cooper Rush, being a redhead, he looked like the leprechaun in a football helmet. He looked like the Lucky Charms mascot in a football helmet. Anyway, Mr. Lucky Charms himself, he ain't it. This is not the same Cooper Rush that we saw from 2 years ago. This is also not the same offensive line that we saw from last year, let alone 2 years ago, when Cooper Rush kind of looked like a good backup. So that's already a bad situation. And since the offensive line is so bad, who cares if Trey Lance plays? The offensive line is that bad. The Texans got sacks twice on a 3-man rush. You know how bad your offensive line got to be to allow a sack on a 3-man rush? The Texans got it twice.
Mixon ran through everybody too. Like he
Bad.
scored a touchdown. He did his little dance. They called it back. He scored 2 plays later, did the same dance.
Speaking of dance, who was it? No, I was about to say, go ahead to your next part. Well, I
Oh
look.
no, I was
think,
also going to like the next game.
yeah.
Okay, I mean the next week. Okay. I guess we can start with this.
Somebody pulled a Pee Wee Herman dance as a touchdown celebration. That's what I'm looking for.
Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah.
I don't think it was Pee Wee Herman. Was it something like this where like people they move the arms like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It was the
Oh, that one. Yeah. Arrest them now.
yeah. Not important. Let's go on to the next week.
Next week, we got the Steelers against the Browns.
Hey man, look,
Yep.
Pittsburgh. As
Pittsburgh,
much as
easy.
I want to pick the underdog, Pittsburgh. Browns are playing terribly. Give me Pittsburgh.
I got Pittsburgh as well. Next, we got the
Mhm.
Chiefs against the Panthers. I'm going with the Panthers. I think it's gonna be a trap game.
Uh, I'm low key going to go with the upset there as well. Give me the Panthers as well.
Vikings against the Bears. You know what? I'm going with the Vikings, but I don't like it
Why? Wait. Why wouldn't you like it?
because the Vikings. I don't know. Like, the Vikings are 8-2, but them last 4 games, yo, I don't know what's going on. And the Bears defense is pretty good, and Sam Darnold can also turn into Sam Darnold.
Hmm. Hmm. Still going Bears. Go ahead and go next.
All right, Titans against the Texans. Give me the Texans.
Give me the Texans on that. Ain't nobody coming here. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Uh-uh. Lions against the Colts. Give me the Lions
Mm-hmm. Look,
by
again,
30.
I don't know about by 30, but give me the Lions. Again, it's the best Lions team I've seen in my lifetime. Like, I agree.
Dang. Dang, my bad. Pelicans were about to do a layup and got that stuff blocked. It is 115 to 82 in the fourth. Anyway, we got the Patriots against the Dolphins in Miami. Give me the Dolphins.
Something's telling me to go with the Patriots, but I'm enjoying with the Dolphins.
All right. Bucks against the Giants. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks.
The Giants are such a bad team. I'm joining you with the Bucks.
Oh my gosh. Cowboys
The
against the
Giants I also
Commanders.
believe the Giants I also believe are switching to Tommy DeVito.
Oh yeah,
So
they are. And they're not switching these L's because Mike Evans is coming back.
he said not switching. He's hell. You're stupid. All right,
Mike
what you
Evans
got
coming
next?
back, yo.
What you got next?
Cowboys at the Commandos. Give me the Commandos.
If y'all don't pick the Commandos, I'm telling y'all what, y'all lost your money. Dallas is such a washed team now. Let's say who's next?
Ba 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 boom boom boom. Broncos at the Raiders.
Nothing to see here. Denver next.
Yep, Denver. 49ers at the Packers.
Ooh,
Give me the Packers.
I'm actually going to go San Francisco. That's going to be a good game, though.
I got it. Cardinals against the Seahawks. Give me the
Ooh,
Cardinals, yo.
yeah, give me the Cardinals on that one. Going to be a close game. My
Yes.
hot take: that game will be within one score.
Rams against the Eagles. I got the
What?
Rams.
What?
Hmm.
Yeah, Eagles defense has been shoddy. Give me the Rams as well.
Hmm. And then the Battle of the Brothers. Ravens at the Chargers. Both of them
I
are
forgot
seven.
about the Battle of the Brothers.
Ravens 7-4, Chargers 7-3. I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
I don't want to think about the Chargers record. Give me the
Give me the
Ravens. You going
Chargers.
Chargers?
Hmm.
All right. Going Ravens. Ooh, what was the Super Bowl?
Hmm?
I know it was the 40. I know it was 49ers Ravens, but as far as numbers,
Oh, I don't remember.
but yeah,
I do
hilarious.
not
Did you
remember.
hear the hilarious story surrounding that?
Uh-uh.
So since it was the brothers playing against each other, apparently the mom was a Ravens fan and the dad was a 49ers fan.
How
And
did that work out?
after they played each other, or when they were getting ready to play each other, sorry, they was getting ready to play each other. They was having interviews and such and blah blah blah. It was just like, so yeah, did y'all do like a meet and greet and have like a family dinner? It's like, yeah, we had a family dinner together. It's like, how was that family dinner before this game? Jim Harbaugh goes very quiet.
Hmm.
Oh man, I can only imagine. I can literally only imagine being parents to two children that have to play each other in a game of that spectacle. I can only
It's
imagine.
like the Kelsey.
Yeah. Which shout out to Mama Kelsey for getting that custom jersey made.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it, man.
That's another good episode.
Till next time, America. Let me go ahead and start polishing this off. Y'all
Next
remember
time,
to go ahead
America.
and check this out. No, it still ain't getting in the shot. I got a little bit more of it in the shot though. the Mimosa Cider by Bold Rock. If y'all in North Carolina, this is the local brewery and cidery. So it's local. It's in Asheville. But y'all stay fly. Y'all keep on sipping.
Oh, sipping, sipping, sipping into the future. Future. I'm just gonna buy 'em like
And in the
5
future,
songs.
wash your hands.
Yeah, wash your hands. You know who you are.